Hey guys, those are just a few ways that I try to stretch my teacher dollars over the summer. Wallet, wallet, money, 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 money. Every time I look at YouTube videos, I'm noticing that the summertime is the time where YouTubers are out going shopping. They're at Target, raiding the dollar spot. Some people are already buying teacher planners for next school year, and they're just buying, 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 and it's just like they must work in a district where they get paid like a doctor. I don't work in a district like that. Now, I will tell you that the district I am working in now is a highly paid district. I get paid more here than I've ever been paid in any district. But I have learned that teaching salaries, they don't go very far. And especially when you have the summertime, and if you don't work summer school, how are you going to make that extra cash? Like for myself, I don't do an outside job. I don't have a second job, namely because I'm a mom and I don't want to stretch myself out too thin. And I'm also a doctoral student, so I really don't have time for a second job. So that means I have to do everything I can to make my dollars work for me. How do I do that? Well, there is a guy that I discovered a couple years ago, a financial guru. His name is Dave Ramsey. He has helped me get through some very, very difficult times. But before I start talking about my friend Dave Ramsey, I want to give you a little background about me and my teaching situation financially. Every other district that I have worked in, except for this one, so the couple of the districts that I've worked in, we did not get paid for the summer. So our teaching salary was spread over the 9.5 month teaching year. So what I had to do on my own, I had to elect a certain percentage of my check or a set amount that I put into a savings account. I had to do that on my own. And for, just say, Christmas, if I couldn't afford to really set anything aside, then I didn't save any money for that month or for that bi-weekly check. So I was responsible solely for making sure that I pulled out enough funds so that I will have enough money to pay my bills over the summer. Don't forget, summertime is also the time where we want to vacation. So not only do we have to sustain ourselves, our mortgage or rent, our car payments, or other household bills, lights, cable, all that good stuff, but if you want to enjoy your summer, you have to set money aside. This is the first district that I have been in where they take my salary and they stretch it over a 12-month period. That means I get paid over the summer. Now, I do get a choice. I do get a choice whether I want a upfront lump sum payment for the summer or do I want to keep getting my payments every 2 weeks like what will happen normally during the school year. So every year that I've been here, I've elected the 2-week period because I know what to expect, I know what's coming. So how do I stretch my dollars? I tell you what I do. Dave Ramsey has a list of what he called baby steps. And step number 1 is to always have an emergency fund. And your emergency fund is $1,000. So for some people, $1,000 may be a lot to save. And let's be honest, chipping away and saving a little bit out of your check to get $1,000 may not be that easy, especially if you live paycheck to paycheck, or, you know, like most adults, we count on most of our money. We need most of our money for bills or other things. So it can be kind of hard to find some extra money to put away for the $1,000. So let me tell you what I had to do. I actually had the $1,000 a couple of times because I would have the $1,000, then an emergency would happen and I would deplete it, and then I have to come up with $1,000 again. So I always use my tax money. I don't get a whole lot. I may get like $400 or $500 for taxes, but whatever I get back, I never touch it. And so I would take it and I would just put it into my $1,000 account if I'm running a little short. Another way that I get to the $1,000 fast is I always sell things. So I have went to the pawn shop and I've sold a couple of old items that I don't need. Every year, my condo association, we have a yard sale. So there are things that I keep around the house for the year, knowing that if I wait for the summer to come around, for the yard sale to come around, that I can make a few bucks off of that. I've done the yard sale. I think the most I've ever made was $300-400, but still, whatever I make, I just go ahead and put in the $1,000 fund. Now, Dave Ramsey is very explicit. Don't go over 1,000. Don't get into a competition when you're trying to say, I want to save $2,000, $3,000. That's not the way it works. Your goal is to save $1,000, and once you reach that $1,000 goal, any extra money you have to go towards bills. So I am really careful about the projects that I start over the summer. So I love to shop. I love to shop, but especially when it comes to buying things for school. Who doesn't want, I want to say, a new classroom? Who doesn't want to try new things and have a new look or a new theme for school? But what I try to do is I always leave that until August. Because if I start buying things and shopping now, then I will spend way more than is absolutely necessary. I already know how I am. I can't go shopping now in June for my classroom next year, because I will end up spending double, 3 times the amount that I intended to spend and probably don't need half of what I buy. So teachers, try to figure out what your big expenses are going to be over the summer. It's not rocket science. So I know that I am going to vacation every year. My question is always where I am going to vacation. This year I'm going back to Florida, and I'm going to vacation in Florida. What's good about me going to Florida is my brother lives there. So I know that I don't have the expense of a hotel, and I don't have the expense of buying food or anything like that. I know with him, he's very hospitable. I don't have to pay him to sleep in his extra bedroom for a week or two, and I don't really have to buy groceries. With Dave Ramsey, he's a very much to credit cards. No. Also in the summertime, I tend to carry cash more than my debit card, because it's easy for me to swipe my debit card. I know Dave Ramsey is a cash person, and he would suggest you do cash year round, but that's just not something that works for me. But in the summer, where I am at home, the weather's nice, I'm often probably tempted to go out and just do things randomly. That's why I've decided that during the summer, I do not use my debit card. I do cash. Hey guys, those are just a few ways that I try to stretch my teacher dollars over the summer. I would love to hear what you do to make sure your money lasts all summer long. And it would be interesting if you can tell me the state you work in and whether or not you get paid throughout the year, or if you have to come up with funds for the summer. That would be good to know. Again, this is Miss Momo. If you have not subscribed to me already, please do so. Every subscriber, you are so appreciated. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I love talking to you people. And another thing, I took my braids out. I am going natural. So I am 9 months post relaxer, and I'm just doing a low bun today, but we'll see how that goes. But if you have any tips on how I can transition successfully, let me know. Until next time, see you later.